over here on the Rec Nation, we are learning about history. And I feel like that's so important. So important. You know, a lot of people in the community like give these insane comments. And I mean insane as in like knowledgeable comments of either their perspective or stories that they've heard, you know, regarding some of these topics. And it's so informative, right? I get it, but we're learning through our journey. I'm learning personally through my journey. And actually this is helping me because eventually my son is going to be asking me things, or he's going to be touching on these subjects at school. And I get to like see both sides, like what's pushed at school and like what's being taught now to what I know, what I've covered. And so this is I'm using Rec Nation and this channel as tools for me to get as much reabsorbing this knowledge. But for me it's I have to go down this journey, not just for my knowledge, not for my well-being, it's just just out of sheer curiosity, but also I want to make sure that my son at a very young age gets told these perspectives, these stories that aren't told in school, because I think they're important. They're important. They're important stories. They're important history lessons that I wish I would have known sooner. So this journey not only is a way for me to absorb history that I don't know, but at the same time, I can pour in information and our own research here into my son's life, who's just starting school, which I think is super important. It's super important. So I don't want my son to grow up to get to be my age and be like, wow, I never knew, or no one told me. And that's what I want to avoid. You know, I want to at least be there telling him, so that way maybe when he gets to my age, he'll be like, oh yeah, no, my pops told me that, you know, when I was a kid, or, you know, continued telling me history all throughout high school, and I remember these things. You know, I don't want him to be the oblivious American down the road. You know, there's so much stuff. I don't want him to grow up in like this bubble of information. You know, I feel like when you grow up and you understand that the world is expansive and massive and has gone through highs and lows, and it's like you want to put that in front of them early. You don't want to keep them in that bubble. So I'm excited. That's the other dual reasoning behind the Rec Nation as well. Not just for my own gain as far as knowledge, but also to tell my son Alexander